With only 5 years remaining on the dashboard to actualize the 17 Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), especially Goal 2, which is zero hunger, is now in the front burner. A stakeholder, humanitarian Mary Dinah, speaks with Silverbird News on why partnership is important for the provision of sustainable empowerment for women and children, especially in conflict-prone areas and dislodged victims of insurgency. STV News correspondent Funke Soji reports.
The Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030 all people enjoy peace and prosperity. Goal 2, which is zero hunger, is of utmost importance as the triple burden of malnutrition, undernutrition, hidden hunger, and overweight threatens the survival, growth, and development of children and young people. Over 33 million Nigerians were projected to experience food insecurity by mid-2025. This is particularly worrisome as escalating hunger crisis in conflict areas of the country is of concern to humanitarians.
We say we have 5 years to go. But the goal is till 2030, and 2025 is almost coming to an end. So it's almost like 4 years to go now, and we have no time at all. It is an emergency globally in terms of reaching the desired level across all of the SDGs. Nutrition is one of the worst, ailments that one can be tackling with, and in terms of poverty and hunger, for me, it's the most important thing. Why? Because if you don't eat, you wouldn't be alive for very long. You would probably make it about 2 weeks and not more than that. So when we talk about education, women's empowerment, all of those things are important, but the person's health is pivotal. So it's something that we're working very hard on with the government, with international donors, to make sure that we have a Nigeria, not just Nigeria, West Africa.
Hunger in Nigeria has evolved from a silent crisis into a roaring national emergency, especially malnutrition in children. This is not just a humanitarian disaster in slow motion, but a strategic national threat. With millions of children expected to suffer from severe acute malnutrition, SAM, particularly in the northeast and northwest regions, due to conflict, food insecurity, and funding gaps for humanitarian aid, emphasis was on partnerships to speed up interventions.
It's harder for people when there's 20 to 25% inflation. So whenever the economy gets tougher, it makes things even more dire for the people. Food prices have gone up. It means that the sacks of rice and sacks of beans and millet and wheat and grain that we're distributing is much more expensive. But I think that's also why we're reaching out more to get more support and more donations so that we can help more people. In terms of Nigeria, it's something that this administration has taken so closely on board. Even as far as the Vice President's office, he now chairs the Nutrition Council to show how important it is to the nation and to really give that backing. So we collaborate also with the local governments, the private healthcare centers, and in so doing, at every street corner, on every road, every local government area, every district, every state, at multi-levels throughout the whole government structure, the SDGs are being infused.
With calls on urgent need for support, implementing community-based programs to accelerate the Sustainable Development Goals involve roles from governments, foundations, and organizations, among others. Funke Soji, STV News, Lagos.